the champagne pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you've been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my duck off the crib, the spot, the pad. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me, it's my home, draining the sand. Soon as these happy faces land, you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa es tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. You heard me? We ain't gotta go out, 'cause what? Welcome to my house. It's my house, What? Welcome to my house. It's my house.
How's it going, everybody, today? Been a great week. Time to fly. All right, so if you're joining us tonight, thank you. Been a little bit since last weekend. We're gonna fly. This brand new livery that took me about the last 3 days. I've been working on it. VR Aviation, my primary flight group that I fly on, the KLGA-KSYR 1900D. Blood, sweat, and tears in this one. I think it took me about 13 hours total. Very happy with the way it came out. It was a lot of painstaking work. I get now why KLGA-KSYRs look the best, but why they're one of the hardest to paint, because it was a challenge in a lot of different areas. But looks amazing. Very happy with the way it came out. If you're in VR Aviation, just go ahead and go on the org store. It's under Brian Horn 13, or you can just search up KLGA-KSYR 1900 or VR Aviation, and it should pop up for you. Like I said, enjoyed making that. So happy it's done. It's one of the things. Beyond that, one of the other things I've been trying to do all week and have failed to do is this flight right here. We are in LaGuardia, KLGA. Been meaning to get this flight done all week. I have our flight plan today is going to be from LaGuardia to Syracuse, KSYR. I flew this flight originally on Tuesday, just before work, and FSE would not transmit that I had landed in Syracuse. So that has left me with all of these trips that still haven't been done. So we're gonna hopefully do that tonight. That was my first time I ever had a problem with FSE. So hopefully that's gone. I refreshed everything, and we should be good to go. So the flight plan today, obviously, is gonna be. We are going from LaGuardia to Syracuse, and then Syracuse back to LaGuardia. Pretty decent flight. I think I lost in the last couple of days. Lost one of the packs going from LGA to KSYR. I'm gonna double check, make sure that they haven't fallen back on here, because I'd love to pick that up. And I also want to check. Syracuse, see if there's any more going back to LaGuardia. We do have kind of a time crunch too. Should be 1 hour that way, 1 hour back. It's not, this plane that I rented is 93.5 hours from 100-hour inspection, so we should be good to go on that. At most, we're probably gonna have this plane for about 3 hours with taxiing and whatnot. So that's the plan tonight. And so we'll get ready to get going on that. Real world weather running right now. Obviously not real world time. Clouds are saying they're broken at 64. We just got a new METAR update. So we have 290 at 11, gusting to 22 knots. Broken at 6,000. The higher we go, if you look at the wind, we're going to have a headwind going to Syracuse. So the higher we go, the more the headwind is. So what I'm proposing is we're probably going to stay low. I think we're going to take this at 6,000. I'm not going to fly IFR just because I'm trying to, because I've wasted so much money this week already. Trying not to make this flight cost any more than it already did. However, if we do need to go, let's look at what Syracuse is looking at right now. Overcast at 45. If I get down to 3 and we're broken or whatnot, we will shoot the ILS into Syracuse. I know that that's going to be on there. Hey, Sapper, how you doing, man? Good to see you here. So we, obviously no ATC really, so we're not going to play this by the book, but for the most part, we will be on somewhat of a, I think it's just a little bit of a deviation if we were to go in-route structure. I believe one of the in-routes was coming off of this Hancock VOR. So, but like I said, we can go direct with the flight plan. If we end up hitting some clouds, we'll shoot the ILS into Syracuse. But for the most part, we should be able to get going and get ready. What else? Gotta make sure, yeah, everything's good. Mic sounds good. Let me know if anything needs to be changed on that. We are going to do a cold and dark start, and for the first time, I am going to use the X checklist. I have not used them yet. Just downloaded all the software for it, so we are going to get rid of the static elements. Passengers have been boarded. We'll close the cockpit door and the passenger and baggage door. Again, there's a nice little representation. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm very, very happy with the way this came out. So, without further ado, let's get back into plane. Okay. So, let's get ourselves set up here. All right. Let's bring in X checklists before start. All right. All doors are closed, so we will check that. Parking brake should be set. Looking down.
All switches off.
All switches off. Let's see. Off. All switches are off. Avionics. I want to make sure because I can use my digital. Everything should be off. Everything needs to be off. Everything is good. Parking brake is set. Okay. Parking brake is set. All switches are off and checked. Battery switch to on. Battery switch on. Okay.
And cabin lights.
Panel and cabin lights. Let's go up here. Panel and cabin lights. Okay. As required, we got it. Nav light switch. We are going to go
Light switch.
nav and beacon. Okay. All trim set. I don't know if it's this or not. We're going to be going right there. Okay. Sapper, looks great. Did you send Bambino your 172? Yes, I did. I sent it the day after I did it. I don't know if anybody else had done that. I don't know who else sent a livery in, but yeah, I sent him one a long time ago. Okay, all trim. I don't exactly know what that might entail, but we're gonna, and I'm trying to move this armrest up because we're gonna need it up. Okay, all trim set. We're gonna check that. Fuel quantity, main and aux.
Auxiliary.
Main's good. This is still not our. It's actually, you know what? I'll just I'll load all my stuff in right now. Okay. Let's start flight. Okay, auxiliary none, 6,000 or 600 pounds. We're good. We're good. All right, fuel quantity check is good. Annunciator panel test, and I believe that is. I haven't done the stall warning test. Got it. Overspeed test. I don't know where the annunciator. Oh, there you go. Test is good. Okay. Yeah, Sapper. I don't know if anybody else actually entered into on that. So, annunciator panel test, anti-ice switches. I don't think we're gonna need them. I think we're gonna be good, but it might be best to probably apply them just for a little bit. Anti-ice. Prop will go auto. Left and right pitot tubes. We'll go break these de-ice. Okay.
As required.
Okay.
Bleed air valve switches.
Bleed air valve switches going to open. Whoop.
Open up.
Okay,
Focus
blowers.
and temp switches.
Manual temp switches. We switch them to auto? High up. Okay. High up. Got it. Okay. Okay.
High up.
Overspeed, we tested that.
Flash stall warning.
Engine fire test. We can do that real quick.
Engine fire test LV.
Okay, so I click it. Oh. Okay. That's good. Okay.
Yes.
Landing gear control.
Landing gear
Down.
control.
Locked. Good.
Down.
Beacon strobe lights. Strobe light to ground. Okay. Strobe light to ground.
GND. Power levers.
Power levers.
Propeller levers.
Okay. Prop levers to taxi.
Taxi.
Okay.
Ignition levers. Cut off.
Cut off. Fuel is cut off. Throttle is down. All right. Before checklist is done, I think, like I said, we got all of our stacks out. So what we'll do is we'll probably get our pushback to clear. Get our pushback to over here. I've actually never gone this in depth on my own. I'm gonna request ground service. I'm gonna take our park. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean it's not easy to do these deliveries, especially when you got a lot of things going on. I was surprised. I've been pushing all week to try to get it going, get it done. I had one design that I sent to Bambino, asked him his opinion, and he had some good feedback for me, and I kind of went in kind of a different direction than I would normally go. So, so when we got there, everything was good. Didn't really get want to get pushback. I guess I picked the wrong thing. It definitely did not need ground services. Okay. Well, it's good to know that this stuff is active. Got our fuel, got everything going. All right, lease time left is 2 hours and 54 minutes. So we're pretty much good. Our lease time is going to come up before. Here comes our pushback. Okay, so we're getting hooked up. Okay. Straight. And go to the right a little bit. Actually, you know what? We can go straight. Okay, I'll push it to the right a little bit. I do want to get better pushback. Yeah, Sapper. Yeah, I do. I want to get it. There's some there's really cool features. I just, I'm so hard on the GA that I've never really gotten to that point. I mean, this plane is really bringing it all out now as far as where we're going and what we're doing. So I'm going to stop right there. It didn't really go right. So, all right. So we're good. We do a little startup. All right, let's go back to our checklist, and we're going to go to engine starting. Right fuel condition lever, low idle. Okay, so I want to kind of view this over here. Throttle.
Air valve switches.
Whoop, that's not what I want. Throttle.
Doors man temp switches.
Come on. That's not the view I wanted. That's what I want. Okay. Right. I cannot wait to get a dual prop. I just want one, not both of them. I don't know why that's working in reverse. Okay. Okay, we're there. Blowers man, temp switches, high up. We got those going. Overspeed, we already did that. Before engine starting, next.
Condition lever.
Okay, right fuel condition, low idle. We got that. Right engine. Start switch. And we're going to pull back here and make sure we get. All right. 20%. Good start, right? Checking. Oh, want to go back to parking brake on. Okay, parking brake's on. Okay. All right, right fuel condition. On maintain 20.
Start switch. On and maintain until 20%.
Got that.
R fuel press low alarm red. High panel.
Yep, that one extinguished. Okay. Right
oil
eel pressure.
Check yellow. ITT 300 degree and prop 1000 to 1300 RPM.
ITT 300 and prop to 1300. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to get that second quadrant. Okay, 300. Okay, so we're going full forward down there.
Till. Right fuel condition lever.
Right fuel condition lever, full forward.
Full forward.
Okay,
Right generator RGen switch.
right generator switch on.
Right
Oh.
AC bus switch.
Right AC bus switch on. Right engine auto
Auto
switch
ignition
off.
off.
Okay.
Left fuel condition lever. Low idle.
Low idle, right
Left
there.
ignition and engine start switch.
Start switch left,
And maintain until 20%.
on and maintain
Down
20.
fuel press low alarm red. High
Hey Bambino, how you doing?
switch. Left
Welcome.
oil pressure.
Okay, on until 20%, 20% on, coming off.
Check yellow.
Check yellow.
TT 300 degree and prop 1000 to 1300 RPM.
Looking good, good start. ITT, coming alive. Prop full forward. Mixture full forward.
Wait until. Left fuel condition lever.
Okay, good starts on both sides.
Left generator LGen
Left gen switch on.
on.
Left AC
Left
bus
bus switch
on.
on.
Left engine auto switch off. All right. Engines are started. We'll go avionics on. Oh, I'm going to have to turn the EFIS on. Okay, let's go back to that checklist. Engine starting, was that it?
Lever.
Okay.
Condition
After all engines starting,
bus and switch.
Bus sense switch. I always kind of trying to figure that one out. Bus sense reset. Is that what I need? Normal, middle position. Okay. Normal.
Normal. Middle
Generator
position.
DC gauges.
Generators DC load gauges. OHP.
Okay. Load's a little high, but we're... Alright. Check.
Check greater than 10.
Master caution off.
Check LGen/RGen/TPL bus/macro tactor.
Okay.
Check
Left gen.
27.5-29B.
27.
Sync switch.
Okay, looks good. Prop swing. Whoa, okay. You turn the prop sync on now. Okay.
Auto feather.
Auto feather arm.
Arm. Agentize man switch.
Yes, I am, Bambino. I've run through the Coronado checklist, but I'm trying to find an easier way to get through everything doing cold and dark starts. But X checklist is pretty much going through it all. It's doing good. All right, generator ties, switch, normal, middle position. That's where we're at here. Okay.
Normal. Middle position.
Left and right generator tie, switch.
EFI and
Should be
power
off. Okay, it's off. All right, power switches for EFIS. Okay. I want to make sure there's always that one that's at the top that's... Okay. All right, EFIS power switches. Norm. Okay.
on.
Rudder boost switch down here. Rudder boost on.
On.
Elevator trim switch is
Trim switch.
on. Okay.
Blowers man temp.
Blowers on auto now. Okay. Auto. Cabin temp. Auto temp.
Auto. Cabin temp. Auto temp.
Ventili selector. Ventilation selector. Where is that at? Ventilation. Hey, take care, Sapper. Sorry, I'm doing the boring. Vent. Where is that at? Ventilation. Auto. I do know I want a prop sync though, or DG sync. Okay, ventilation. Cabin air. This has got to be it. Auto right there. Okay, got that.
Auto.
All right, brake de-ice is on. We do have it on. Ice protection, stall warning switch. We checked that. Ice protection, stall.
Forward switch.
Okay, got that.
On. Ice protection. Auto L and R switches.
Okay, they're on.
On.
Okay, radio nav and GPS. We got that on now.
Set.
Transponder set.
On.
Okay, we're going transponder. Wow, I'm blanking right now. Where am I at here? Oh, right there. That's why it's off right now.
STV and set. Altitude.
Going VFR right now. don't think I've ever had that issue right there. Okay, there we go. Squawking altitude. Good. Altitude set. Let's get our radio set for LaGuardia. Hey, hi, with Scotsman. How you doing? Kind of a impromptu. Trying to go cold and dark start on the 1900D right now using X checklist. So we got our airport diagram up for LaGuardia. We know our ATIS for departure 127.05. So a good opportunity to use our. Okay, 127.05. 05, right? Okay, let's select that. Let's get our ATIS. Okay. Let's get our ATIS. I was pretty sure the other day when I flew this was everything was right. So maybe it only has the departure one or the arrival one. No, LaGuardia. Okay, ATIS 125.9. Okay, so they only have the arriving ATIS on there, so 125.95. So let's go there. 95, 125.95. Okay, wind 301 at 12, visibility more than 10, conditions at 6,000 broken. That's where we're pretty much going to go to. Even for VFR would be 10, even thousands plus 500. We could go 45. Departing 3-1. We're just on the back end of 3-1 right now. All right, so let's get our barometric pressure right. So we're at 3,000. Okay, 3,000 set. 0. Okay, everything's set. Okay, altitude set. Brake de-ice can come off now. I'm going to switch that. Brake de-ice can come off. Left and right. Brake de-ice annunciators extinguished. Okay. All right,
FSV passenger light switch.
Okay, fasten seatbelt sign. On. Reading can come on. Okay.
On. Taxi light switch.
Taxi lights. We can come on with the taxi.
Propeller
Prop levers to taxi. Fuel condition levers full forward. Power levels idle. Brakes released. Turn indicator RMI check when moving. Okay. All right. I think we're good. We are good to go. We got flights in economy. Oh, actually, we're not really. We don't have our flight plan in here. Actually, it should be still in here. Let's check it. Flight plan to Syracuse. Direct to Syracuse. All right, we're good. So we're set with that. Let's just double check it. Make sure we're going direct to. We're going to hit direct to. Oh, clear. All right, we are direct to. Although it doesn't kind of look like it, so let's go flight plan. I'm doing this real quick here. Direct to, activate, enter. Okay. And there we are. Should be there we are. There we are. All right. We're set. Everything is set. Parking brakes off. Hey, take care, Bambino. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Taxi lights are on. Everything's good. All right, we're heading right down here. Okay. Props are going to taxi. Parking brake is off. And throttle is up. I don't know if that's like where it should be or not. Whoa. Yeah, I think it was a little bit lower than that. All right, here we go. Brake check. Brake's good. All right, so we're getting ready for runway 31. Oh, okay. Yeah, Bambino, I'm always on mobile because you guys are always streaming when I'm not on, or when I'm not in front of my computer. Right. All right, let's. We're gonna go and we're gonna double check, make sure that FS Economy is all good to go. We should be VR Aviation, and we should be en route. Okay, we're good. All right, let's get our. I found out this cool trick online that instead of having to click the A, if you click right in between here, this thing should come up. But maybe it doesn't work. Okay, so anyways, we'll click this on. We're gonna go. We're gonna go runway heading once we get out there. We're gonna go nav versus. We're gonna go 1400. Should be at 13. Okay. Set on runway 13. Remember, gusts were 12, winds 12, gust at 22. All right, we're going to go to 45. Alt select. Heading. Resync heading bug. We'll go into heading mode. We're on 315. That's pretty good. We can make sure we're double checked. And we're good. All right. We're going to go prop full forward. Brakes on. And throttle 3500. Make sure the prop catches at 17. $35 and release. Oh yeah. Okay, airspeed's live, 100 knots. There's 120. We can rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay. Yaw engaged and autopilot engaged. Okay. Let's reset our props for 1550. Okay. And let's go nav mode. We're going to go CDI to GPS, and we're heading to Syracuse, folks. There's probably some really, really good scenery we're missing right now, so make sure we tune in on that. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? Really excited to be on. Really excited to be flying. I've been struggling with trying to get on more than 2 days. Definitely already established last weekend that Sunday night will be a primary stream night for me. So you guys can catch me. For right now, it'll be a little after 9 o'clock because I got to help my wife out on some things right at 9. So maybe after 9. Until those things end, it'll be I'll probably be able to get on a little bit earlier. So maybe like at 8 o'clock on. So everything looked good. We're gonna have a headwind when we're going. Now that we're up, once we pass 3,000, I'll shut the landing lights off. The gear is stowed anyway. I will turn our strobe to flight mode. All right, everything's looking good. The only thing the checklist did not go over, and let's do let's see what it's got for after takeoff checklists here. Before takeoff, I want to learn pressurization. So set 1,000 above cruising altitude, the inner scale. So let's go back. I gotta have this set up right here. So our altitude. Trying to think where we're at here. Trying to figure this out. Altitude in thousands. So we're going like right there. Let's set this back a little bit. Back and forward. We're going to 4,000, so we're really not in major need of pressurization, but we're good. Okay, pressurization, all that stuff is good. We're almost at our. Oh, you can feel the turbulence now too. Okay, all enunciators. Okay, next takeoff. Clock set. I don't ever set my clock, and I need to get better at doing that. Thanks, Bambino. It was definitely great labor of joy there. We can go up to 3,800 on the torque. As a matter of fact, we'll get trimmed for our fuel in a second here. Okay, so I want to make sure we got that. Okay, so pretty much you kind of get that in between the flight levels that you're looking at. So, okay, so that's what we did. Okay, so you got to depressurize, so cabin pressure dump up. So before on our landing checklist, that's where we'll do that. Okay, so let's see, checklist on climb. Flaps are up, we're good. Windshield and we can go back to normal on the anti-ice, which I don't remember ever shutting it off.
Cabin pressurization.
Okay. So prop was auto, windshield anti-ice, middle, co-pilot surface. Pitot tubes should be able to come off, but yeah, we don't need those right now. I guess we need to leave them on. I thought there were too much of a pull on the amps, but we're at cruise level, so we can turn our fasten seatbelt sign off. Okay, so torque 3,000 feet per minute, prop 1450. That's actually in the book as a very low cruise, but we'll do that. We'll go there. 1450. So we get our prop. Whoop, don't want to over. 1450. Actually, you know what? That I don't want to do that because that's actually a generalized thing, and that's based on. Well, we'll see how we do, but I think I'm a little bit low for that type of leaning, but we'll do it. Auto feather can come off now. Pressure's good. We're gonna double check our fuel. Mains good at 4,000, a little over in the 4.
Altimeter.
Okay, so on descent, we'll check all that. But as far as that, everything is good. Thank you. Yes, thanks again, Bambino. I really enjoyed doing it. Obviously, if you want to spend 14 hours on a livery, you have to enjoy what you're doing. So I really take great pleasure in using my artistic ability on that. Bambino, if you opened up that livery at all and checked out the PNG files in there, you can see how much of a pain in the butt that was. Holy moly! I guess on the side of the plane, and we'll turn this down a little bit just so you don't blow everybody's ears out. But we're going outside. I don't normally go outside, but I'm going to go outside around. Right down here, this panel, I guess, is 3D molded to overlap just slightly on the lower skin. And it does that in the livery. In the texture file, you don't see that. So if you draw your straight line or your curved line like this, it'll come off set down because of this skin right here. So I had to cut and paste and pull down, and that was pretty crazy. That was probably one of the more challenging things to get. But beside that, realizing that some of this side panels, everything was good and golden on it. You know, you could draw your, just make minor adjustments or whatnot. But on the left side, I found that they were at a slightly different angle. They were slightly different reference points, and the tail panel was actually, you had to do in reverse. This tail right here actually is looks exactly like it's looking right now, but it's a mirror image, so you actually had to mirror this logo on there. That was pretty crazy. But other than that, it was definitely a challenge. But after completing that challenge, I can say right now that it's probably no livery too big to try anymore. Yeah, it looks like we're cruising right below the cloud level, so that's good. We won't have to get too crazy, but we will get ourselves ready and set up for Syracuse. So we're going to get rid of LaGuardia's info. I'm going to pull up Syracuse airport diagram. Okay, so we're going to go 124.225. And let's go 124.225. Okay, we're going to set that, getting a little bit darker, so we might end up running into it. Airspeed's good. We're looking good. Ground speed, 226, looking good. Oh, the Santa livery. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, man, the graphics. Yeah, that's a lot of graphics on that Santa livery. Holy moly, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's definitely a pain. I like my cockpits bright, so I'm definitely going to put these, I guess the lights are on, you just can't really tell. I do have the taxi lights still on, I don't know why. Everything looks good on the lighting. I feel like I'm... turn that, brighten that up. All right. So now we have the ATIS comm set up for. We'll get our idea of what conditions we're going to be expecting. If we need be, we'll shoot the ILS for. Let's look at that. If we need to, we'll shoot the ILS for 2.8, but I don't know which one is going to be favoring up there, 3.3 or 2.8, but let's look at what the weather's calling for right now. Right now they have 250 at 9 knots. Few clouds at 3,000. Broken at 47. So we're good. We're good. It's starting to go away. Starting to go away. Do have moderate icing, but that's at 11,000. So no need to worry about that. We just have to deal with the headwind. We're actually doing pretty good off of the ground for having that headwind, but let's make sure, check our fuel flow. We're right at a 500 pounds per hour. It's not bad. ITT looks good. Torque looks good. We're at 3,000, 1450 on the prop. Turbine's at 90%. We're good. And pressures and temperatures are all in the green, so it's good. Yeah, solid 15 hours worth of work. Yeah, like I was telling you, Bambino, I think I was kind of getting into the tube liner, like the a Southwest or something kind of livery in my mind. That first rendition that I sent you, but I completely get what you were saying though, and this one definitely has a lot more character going on. So I like it. I like it. Went well. Bambino, I was talking to Sapper earlier. How many people entered on the Cessna contest? So if you're just joining us, guys, we are going, we're doing a flight sim economy flight from LaGuardia to Syracuse, and then back Syracuse back to LaGuardia. Cruising in the 1900D. Almost have a full load going to Syracuse. Actually, one of my assignments dropped off yesterday, or actually it dropped off about 2 hours ago, and I could not get on. The sad thing is that I've already done this flight. I did this flight on Tuesday afternoon, and FSC for the first time would not recognize that I had landed. It wouldn't transmit. What it was saying is it couldn't transmit the data back to FSC. So don't know if there was a server issue or something like that, or internet issue on my end, but it was showing me en route. It was showing me, everything other than landed, and would not accept the landing. And I was at Syracuse. I know I was. So that sucks. So technically I already did one leg of this trip almost a week ago. But redoing it. Let's reset our heading bug to full forward. We got that slaved in, looking good. 336, just slightly off. Showing 336, and we were flying 338. But it looks like we're back on right now. Okay, it's all good. I know he was asking me if I made sure I got my livery in, because today was last day. So I'm happy. I hope we have a lot. I hope we have a lot to choose from. That's really good. So we got an airport in front of us. Let's see if we can try to identify what that is. We are 118 nautical miles away from LaGuardia. It's a 172 mile trip, so we're about a third of the way, which means that is probably... We have a river up here. I got a master caution, so let's check that. Check our annunciators. Okay, left fuel is low. Okay, so let's check our fuel panel. Okay, so we're at just below 4,000 on that side. Augs. So what we can do is we can pump our augs back into the mains, and then that way we can just deal with just mains. Okay, we're good though. We got 200 pounds of auxiliary in both left and right, and then just below, just at 4,000 on both sides. We got 6,000. We should be able to do the trip, but if need be, we definitely have enough to get to Syracuse. So we'll just we'll spin her around and we'll add some more. And we just cleared up big time. So that's our caution. So that's good. We got that all squared away. Other than that, everything else is good. So it looks like KMSV. Okay, Sullivan County. All right. I think it's one of those devious days, and I definitely want to get KSYR one of these days. But I think I'm gonna probably need to upgrade that. Need to get the I-7. Before I go to KSYR, because I've been, especially in this plane right now, I've been getting some pretty good hits when it comes to streaming and flying. So I've had to drop my settings way down. But that should make a significant level of difference on my sim once I upgrade from that i3. But other than that, I guess I'll share with you guys if you're watching. If you checked my Discord, we had a couple people asking from enjoying that first group flight that we had. I put this straw poll up for where you guys wanted to go in March, and the results came in, and Hawaii is going to be our group flight. So let me open up our flyer and everybody can kind of get an idea. This was going to be kind of a little bit different flight, and then I changed it the other day. I changed it because of the reason we were going to do. I was planning on doing island hop back and from one island chain all the way to the other, and use like dual engine planes, stuff that goes about 160, 190 knots airspeed. And I said, maybe it'll be more fun to be a little bit low and slow. So this is gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the Maui Island and up to Molokai and Lanai, and kind of just go around low and slow. 8 nautical miles, 23, 33. So this brings in, you can, Cessna, obviously, Cherokees, Arrows, Piper Cub if you want. The key to this is that we're going to be, if you were either afraid to go on the first one, afraid to go on Pilot Edge or whatnot, this one's going to be a little bit more relaxed. We're going to go with, let's have a relaxed flight. No CTAF is needed, whatnot. Doesn't mean you can't. Just don't worry about that. Let's have some fun. We can do some formation flying or whatnot. I'll try to figure out how we're going to do this as far as maybe a Discord audio channel or just finding a channel to talk to or whatnot. I don't really know at this point in time which way I want to go with that. I'll probably talk to some people, figure out what's the best way to do that. We are going to start at POG, which is Maui's International, right there. So we are going to start there. That's going to be March 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like I said, you have any questions, you need anything, just reach me at Discord, reach me at Twitch, doesn't matter. But anybody's welcome. You got to have the Pilot Edge subscription at least to be able to join in on the flight multiplayer. But it should be a good time. It should be fun. So I hope to see everybody there. So, okay, we got 94.7 miles. Going slow. A little bit slower than I wanted to. I would have loved to... if there wasn't icing conditions right now, I probably would have loved to go to like 12... Or actually, maybe we'll do that. We'll do that on our way back. Ooh. Okay, so we're actually running into some weather. So that's good. I do want to... what do I want to make sure? I want to make sure we're going to go prop. We got auto on there. As far as anti-ice, break the ice. What do we have? Do we have control surfaces? Control surface de-ice. So we're going normal, and we'll go normal on that one. We should be able to, let's see, that should be a suction gauge. Let's check down here, make sure our pneumatic pressure right there. Vacuum. So that should be our source of de-ice boots. So that should be our source of de-ice boots. So we'll check that, make sure we're de-icing. That's the other reason kind of I didn't get up, but the big reason was that the higher we went up, the more headwind we had. So what we're going to do is on our way back, we're going to be at odd 1000s plus 500. So we'll probably go IFR at about 11.5. Going back, we'll catch that nice tailwind and make this flight really, really quick. So, but definitely have some conditions out here. Definitely snowing. I know it's been a rough week up north the last couple of weeks. But down here in Florida, it's been an interesting spring to say the least. We had a long winter for us, cold winter. It didn't end until about a month ago, and then we went to 80 for about 3 days, and then went back down to beautiful golfing weather, which I did not take part in at all, which I need to get back on the golf course really, really bad. But other than that, I had like a week of 70s, and then all of a sudden we dropped back into the 60s during the day and high 30s at night. So just ready for spring to start or summer to start, either way. But that's how it usually works in Florida. It goes straight to winter, and then 2 days of spring, and then it's 95 degrees and humid. Take care, Bambino. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy you being around. Yep, pretty good little squall. I'll be back for a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna be back real quick. Sorry, I'm back now. Other than that, how's everybody's weekend been going? Everybody getting in some good flying? I was going to come on earlier this morning, but there was a lot of people online or streaming today, so I kind of dropped that to come on less busy time because seemed like all the heavy hitters were on today, so I knew that I was probably not going to get very much viewership, but it's a good day, good thing to see. A lot of streaming. Okay, so 71 miles out. Should be able to get our. I want to make sure that X-Plane has Syracuse's weather right, or the radio's right. So 132.05, which I don't think is right. Nope, it's not right. All right, 132.05. Let's go ahead and switch that out. What did I say it was? 132.05. All right, so we'll set ourselves up, get ready for that. Let's see what the latest MEDAR is showing. Let's see, 250 at 9 knots, few clouds at 3,000, broken at 4,000. So we're good. Looking good. Should get runway 25. Check on our passengers here. Make sure they have the proper DVD. Switch over to the second movie. And little VR Aviation logo on the seats. Added touch. Came out really well. However, here's the one problem. The one problem is that there's one seat texture for the whole plane. Which means, and sorry about that, which means that the seats all have, you only have one way of being able to do that. So the other side is a mirror image, which makes it backwards. Which sucks and can't be changed unless you get rid of it. However, if you're the pilot, you're only going to be normally looking at that view anyway. So I think it works. Looks good. Adds a little bit more value to what we got going on. Could change those textures to like black or something like that. Black leather with like some red trim or something. We could do that. Other than that, everything's been going good. Like I said, about 13, 15 hours. I don't even want to think about really how much time it took. Because it was a project to say the least. Okay, so let's make sure, let's double check our fuel. Do want to stay on top of that. Okay, so our auxiliary's down to 4. We're doing pretty good on gas, really. We've only used about 150 pounds so far, so definitely have more than enough to make it back, but I don't like flying like that, so we'll probably add 200 pounds when we land, just so that we have it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and I'm going to set that so that when we land, actually I can't really do anything about that right now. I was Scotsman. How you been? I haven't seen you since last week. Been seeing you in John Fly's chat, so good deal. Been flying and all. How'd your FSE flight go the other day? After you were watching. Oh, and we are in IMC. So, we're not going to panic, really. We know where we're going. We'll wait for it to break. We are 53 miles away. So what we can do is we can set up our procedure. We're going to select approach. We're going to go ILS. We still don't have ATIS yet either, but maybe we'll probably get that a little bit later. We're going to set ourselves up. Let's take a look at this here. Our winds are at 2.5, so we can expect probably getting 2.8. So with that being said, we'll get the ILS 2.8. Let's check that out. So we got a direct feed. That's not a direct. That might be a direct. No, that's a thin line. You'd probably get vectors out here. That's a thin line, so that wouldn't be a direct vector. But from Georgetown on the 07. Okay, we're good. $3002. All right, so we are arriving 2.8. I do want to reset. We need to set our vertical speed. So we're going to cancel out of our ILS. We should be under 45, so what we'll do is we'll set up our vertical profile. Okay, so we want to do, what's been working for me is 2,000 feet. (2,000 feet, 3 miles out has been working. It's almost double the pattern altitude, because you need a little bit more room to kind of get yourself set up with this thing. Okay, so we're still looking at 9 minutes, so okay. I do want to get both of my ATIS's up and running, just so I had it. So I want to. LaGuardia was I don't know why I hit that. Airport diagram. 125.95. 125.95. Okay, so we got that set. I'm going to set that 125.95. Okay, so we have both of them set. We'll shut our COM one off. We will set ourselves up. What we will do is we'll start setting ourselves up for our ILS. We still have 8 more minutes before we descend. Going well. Trying to find a plane. I will be wanting to fly the remainder of the CAT ratings. Try to come up with an extreme flight ideas. I will be looking for a good, a solid PE plane for GA. I think the rest of my I ratings, I may either be using this or the Baron 58. I don't know how much seat time you have on the Baron, but let me just tell you that watching Keith from Pilot Edge fly that thing, it's amazing of how well he grasps. He has all these fundamentals in his mind and how he can fly that plane. It's just pretty good. So it's definitely worthy. I love using the V-Flight Air series of airplanes, especially like the Piper. A little bit slow on using the Cherokee to do some. They would probably be good on the CAT ratings, but they're a little slow for the I ratings because they're a little bit longer distance. I did most of my CAT ratings in the Cessna and then the Cherokee, but looking for something that's a little bit faster is definitely helpful on that. Okay, so where we were. All right, so we are going to set ourselves up. We're going to get ourselves ready for an ILS if we need it, and I don't want that. So what we need to do is we'll pull up our ILS 28 approach. Okay, so we're going to need localizer 1099. So let's switch to nav 2, 1099. And we're going to need a course of 280 right on the dot. So VOR2. Try to figure out how do we do this. I can turn my HSI. I'm going to have the secondary course, and I'm going to turn that course. No, we're going to select that one, and we're going to go to. I guess I can't. Okay. I can once we're in. Why is that not wanting to do anything? I guess we can't change it when we're in this mode right now. We're in the. But I wanted to be able to change at least one of these to tell where I was at. So maybe. Okay, so we got our localizer. We're back on the clouds. Still looking probably 5 minutes until we descend. So we're still looking all right. We'll double check our gauges. Everything's in the green so far. ITT 662, 620 per engine. Everything looks good. Turbine 90%. Fuel flow below 5. That's good. And temperature and pressure is both in the green. So we're good. I thought you could select your individual course, but can't, I guess. So VOR1 and VOR2. Oh, you know what? I didn't select my. Okay, so we got our localizer set in. VOR1. We'll leave VOR1 on. We want that course to switch, but we'll do that once we get going. Once we get on a vector. Pretty much hanging around at that cloud layer right now, so we got 4 more minutes to descend. We'll be really close. I wanted to use the Mooney Aviation 3, having too much FPS issues with it, so I'm testing various other options. Yeah, the Mooney, yeah, that'd be a really good option. I've seen a lot of people use that and have a lot of success. Okay, so we got 4 minutes. 3.5 minutes pretty much roughly until we descend. There's the runway right there. We can change our flight plan for the let's see, what's our initial fix? 27. Okay, so let's go down to 27 and let's shoot this. We're right there at that Georgetown, so let's open up our flight plan and let's go direct. We're going direct Stoda. S T O. Just in case it gets too bad and we lose some visual of the runway, it's better to be on. We would technically be on no ifs, ands, or buts being IFR right now anyway, so we'll just set ourselves up for it. Northeast intersection. Now we're going direct to Stoda, which is good. And we're going to go down to 27. And let's go altitude select, and we'll go down at 800 feet. We can go down at 600. It'll take us some time. We'll be good. Which means we'll also get the props back up. We'll go 1550 and pull some power back. Okay, 3002, we got our altimeter set, field elevation all set. Check our last minute ATIS one more time. Oh, we don't need to do that. We need to turn COM 1 on. 3002, 260 at 9 with snow. So should probably go down a little bit more because we're not too far away. We're only 12 miles away. Okay, so we do have Victor. Master caution off. Talking about fuel again. Both sides low. So we'll go. Okay, so we're going to turn those off. Let's go back to our checklist. And we'll go descent checklist. Altimeter is set. Pressurization set. 500 above airport altitude, outer scale. See, that's what's confused me. It says inner and outer scale. However, there's the inner. Let's come back to this view right here. See if we can figure this out here. Okay, altitude, flight level, 1,000 times 1,000. Cabin and aircraft is at 17, so oh yeah, we gotta go way 15,000. Yeah, so we're dumping it. We're gonna dump our pressure. Guess this is not clickable. So we have our pressurization set. Okay, we are descending now, so we can turn our fasten seatbelt signs on. We'll get our landing line on. Okay, so this is before approach speed 140. We're not on our ILS just yet. However, what we'll do is we'll go into heading mode, reset this, heading mode. What did I just do? Go to heading mode. I'll reset that. Sync it. Heading mode. And we will set ours into VLOC. And we'll set our course for 280. Course for 280. Okay. So we'll wait for that to come in. We can confirm 292. We're 10 nautical miles. Is that right? 109.9. Ground speed 182 knots. I like that display, information display. It's giving me all the relative information I'm looking for right there. So we are getting close to our set. Are we at our altitude? We are at our altitude. So I'm gonna get back on the rudder pedals, and we can start making our turn. Autopilot's off. Okay, so we're cleared down to 16. We're gonna drop full prop now. We're gonna arm auto throttle, and let's take this in. We're gonna go gear down. And we're a bit off. We turned way too late. I want to stay up here. And I'm going to get rid of this here and get rid of the checklist. Landing lights on. Prop full forward. We're going to get slow. Gear can come down. Let's trim the plane. And flaps can come up or down one notch. We have 3 green and locked. Let's add some more power. Hold 140. Now let's get back on the ILS. Uh, 16 at 3.4. So we want to make sure we stay above that. Need a lot more power here. Let's do a little bit of aileron trim. Okay, so holding at 140. And we're at 16. Master caution off. We have clear sight of the runway. We're below our glide, yeah, we're below. So we're gonna wait for that glide to come back in. And we can start dumping some of this throttle here, holding 140. And here comes our glide. Holding 140. A little bit of a correction to the left. And we're holding our glide at 140. Ground speed's 127, airspeed's 140. Pretty good headwind. That's 20. And a little bit more, 14. A little above glide, coming back down to it. Got a crab over a little bit more. All right, check one more time. Gear down, flaps down. We're gonna go. We'll go final notch in a second. Final notch. Look for the flare. Push down, and we're gonna dump some power because we're coming in heavy, fast right now. Retrim. Man, that texture, the snow texture is rough on the eyes. And let's pull for the flare. Pulled a little bit hard. Let's do it again. Oh, floating all day. We're floating all day here. Not my best in the last couple of days. All right, so we're down though. Drop down, we're gonna go to taxi. Flaps up. It's not stopping very well here. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed that it was a little bit more slippery with the snow on the ground. I guess it does make that. Okay. Hopefully, Flight Sim Economy thinks that we're in Syracuse. Don't want to have that issue again. Okay, so let's turn landing lights off, taxi on, turn our strobe off, Should have been off already. Master caution off again. Flaps are all the way up. Okay, so let's go down to this FBO over here, and we'll dump our passengers off and pick up the other ones. Again, if you're just joining us, we just landed at Syracuse in New York. FS economy flights on the 1900D. About to drop our passengers off coming from LaGuardia and pick some passengers up to go back to LaGuardia. A little bit of snow. Probably turn the wipers on. Okay. Okay. All right, let's set our parking brake right there. Okay, let's finish our flight. Okay, we worked that time. Looking good. So let's go back to FS economy. We're gonna add some fuel. So we burned pretty good there. So we'll see how we did, just to kind of get an idea. Log VR Aviation. I earned 4,000 group. They're in the hole, and I don't know how and why. Oh, because they paid the distance bonus, but they're gonna get that back on that second flight. So that's all right. They paid the $2,000 for the distance bonus. They'll get that back when we come back. So all right. So we are gonna put some fuel in my flight. We'll refuel to 250. Right. Yep. All right. So we got 4 passengers departing, or 4 packs. That's 3, 4, 5, and 3 is 12 packs going back. Like I said, I wish I kind of would have had more. Let's double check and make sure that there isn't any that need to go. Nope, there's none. So we're going to go back to my flight. And we're set up right here. And we're going to clear our flight plan. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to go back to LaGuardia. LGA. Accept. We're going to clear that point right there. Yes. Okay, we're going back to LaGuardia. We're going to grab that tailwind. Odd VFR is 1,000 plus 5, so we'll go up there, 11.5. We can go 9.5. We'll go 9.5. Should still get pretty good tailwind action. We're going to go back to GPS, and we'll get there. And let's line ourselves back up on... get back down to 2.8. we can check our ATIS, make sure everything's back to normal. Okay, so we're going to set our pressurization to $9,000. Okay. All right, let's put our prop to taxi. Try to figure out where that. It's a little bit too high, right there. All right, taxi lights on. Okay, comms can come off. Let's reset our view. We will start our flight. Should put some de-icing measures on. So we're gonna, they're already on, so that's good. And try to figure out how we taxi out of this mess. So let's get back to LaGuardia and go to the airport diagram. So we should be on hotel. We have to turn down November. And get rid of a little bit of throttle here. A little bit fast here. And we're taxiing down Yankee. Turn our recognition light. Everything's on. That's good. All right, so then we're looking for Mike. Taxiway Mike will take us to 33. We'll go cleared to cross 33 for runway 28 at Lima. Okay, so we got 9.5. We're gonna go get all that set. Once we get closer to the runway, here comes Mike. Okay, crossing runway 33 onto Lima. For runway 28, line up and wait. Let's hold short of 28. We'll set our there's 28. Line up. Okay. Okay, so let's reset our DG. Autopilot. Let's reset our sync our heading bug. Heading altitude select, and we're gonna go VS of 1600. All right, looks good. Right, throttle props full forward. Throttle of 3500. Prop catches, governor catches prop 35, and whoa, brakes weren't holding. All right, let's go. Landing lights on, taxis off. Should have did that earlier. Didn't reset my trim, but we have it set now. Airspeeds of 120. We can rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot on. $1,500 feet per minute. Going to 9.5. All right. And we are above, so we can go to nav. Flaps are up. Gear is up. Let's get our prop set at 1550. Okay, and I'm going to open up the actual manual to get our performance numbers for where we're looking for. Okay, so what we're looking for is intermediate cruise power. Uh, 550 RPM is intermediate cruise power, and at 9,000 we're looking at 3371 at 3371. So once we get to cruise, we'll go 3371 on the torque. And we're definitely going to be knee deep in the strobe can come back on. And we can prop sync is on. Auto feather can come off. Fuel looks good. Okay, so we're in the soup now. Do want to check. What I'll do is I'll have my display output of looking for icing status 2. Okay, done. Okay, so inlet is increasing right now. Wing is increasing. Let's turn that. Let's see if that goes off. Still coming up. Inlet's getting right wing, left wing. We've broken through, so now it's starting to come down now. Interesting. All right, ice is starting to come off now. Okay, so we're still cruising. Turn that angle of attack down a little bit. 300, 1300. Where are we at right now? We're at 2,000 more to go. Okay, so the wing ice is coming off. 8,000. Yeah, we should get a really, really healthy tailwind going. Should be about 20 knot tailwind, so. Turn our brake de-ice on just for. Oh, so that was nice. Yeah, turn that right on and got rid of it. What's my fox dog doing, huh? Okay, so we're getting close to cruise. We're there. We're at cruise. We can go to 3371 on the power. Right about there. 1550 on the prompt. 3317 71. Everything's in the green. Looking good. Slight tailwind to the side, but we're cooking right now. Still coming up. on airspeed, and our ground speed 270. So, yep, we got a nice little tailwind going. Okay, so we're gonna switch over to LaGuardia. Turn COM 1 on. Let's check and see what LaGuardia's got going on right now. Can't close this thing. Okay, so let's see what LaGuardia's got going on right now. 310, 13 knots, 18 gusts. Scattered at 55. Okay. 10 statute miles of visibility, so we're good on the low approach, but we will set ourselves up for an ILS expressway visual runway 31. That looks nice. Oh, we're coming from the wrong direction. That's pretty. Oh, so you set yourself up for the ILS to 4 and then visually go around, and that's pretty cool. Interesting. Localizer runway 31. So we'll probably do that one. We'll do, I don't think. Pagabones, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Just left Syracuse, heading to LaGuardia. FSC action here. We can turn our landing lights off now. And we'll turn our fasten seatbelt signs off. Everybody's got plenty of light, so we don't need any more light. We'll open that door. Icing's going away, so we're good on that. How you doing tonight, Bag of Bones? Okay, so let's set up our VNav. We'll set up our procedure. We'll go with a the localizer 3-1. Let's look at that flight plan. Nope. I think my flight plan is confused right now. Oh, we're going to go to flight plan, and we're going to reset that to direct 2. And my GPS is all messed up now. Let's go. What we'll do is we'll go direct to LGA again. We'll shoot it visually. I think what it was trying to do is get back onto an arrival. So that's why sometimes you can't practice your ILSs. We can still set it up. What we'll do is we'll set it up in our localizer and then fly visual. I'm torn between the 1900 or the Dornier 228. Doing good. Made it about 70K over the weekend. Doing some sub sim now. Chilling on Twitch. Good deal. Good deal. 70K FSC. That's it. Jeez. Holy moly. Good for you, man. I do not nearly get on. I fly probably about twice as much as I stream. So if you guys catch my streams, you'll know that I probably don't get in the plane very often. That's the key. I try to make solid, consistent flights, good with good value, short distance below 100, full packs both ways. It seems to be a really, really effective way to fly, and I just wish I could fly more. After we finish this flight, we may I may do another one, but I'm not sure right now. Let's see what time it is. Might go down to Florida and fly some, but I will be on tomorrow night. So if you guys not doing anything tomorrow, I will be here. Probably do some flight sim economy. I would really, really love to. Next week, I'd really love to get back on the I ratings and do the I-7. I think I'm on. Yeah, out to Catalina. That's the plan, and I think hopefully I'll be able to do that. The weekends get too busy and too disruptive to try to do I ratings for me, but because I don't have a whole lot of time to prep and plan. I know that's kind of an excuse, but the reality is that it's so much easier to kind of plan what I'm doing and fly that out on the during the week. So that's the plan. Probably Monday we'll do that. The I-7 KSNA to Catalina. Pretty straightforward procedure turn. Let's set our take a look at that procedure. We're not gonna need pretty much want that. So our first fix for 1700. So let's go down to 1700. Going down to 1700. Let's go 1 nautical mile. Let's see if it's in there. I don't know if the other stuff is the. Okay, so we'll go 3 miles before LGA. Okay, so we're gonna have 13 minutes before we'll have to start descending to that. But we're making good time with the tailwind. So 186 on the ground speed, just below max cruising speed. So looking good. Double check of the gauges. ITT 700. We're a little bit high on torque now, so let's drop that back down. Right there. Right. We're booking. We're booking. All right. We have no ice now, so that's good. Let's go sit in the back. And go check out what the view is like here. Cool. Let's go to the front, next seat up. Nice little cloud layer passing right now. That looks awesome. Looks awesome. Wifey was calling. Yeah, there you go. Gotta make sure that that's taken care of. I hear you there. You 70K, man, that is awesome. That is awesome. I'm quickly trying to do more profitable flights, and I want to buy a plane soon. So I don't own any yet, but looking forward to it. Nice little cloud layer down there. Okay, looking good right now so far. A 100 miles away. You know, I haven't tried FSE Planner. Is it a plugin or is it a file? And where do I get it, Bagbones? I'm definitely heard a lot of people talking about it, and I am looking for something to help me coordinate some of my times, because what I'll do is I'll usually figure out where I want to fly, what I want to fly, or is there passengers to go both places, and then is there a plane to fly it there? And here's the problem. I usually do that at work during my break prior to getting home at night. The problem with work is that my computer's at work, because they're security protected computers. I cannot get into FSE, so I have to do it on my phone, which gets sometimes aggravating. Definitely be interested in something like that, because then it'll help me get some better ideas. But I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best things that I enjoy about FS Economy is that it has gotten me to fly in more places than I ever would have on my own. Okay, so our VLOC number 2 is the right one for our 3-1 ILS. So we'll set that in there in place. Standalone utility. All right, sweet. Okay, so we're 89 miles away. We're cruising right now. Okay. That. Open up that link. Okay, flight planner. All right, it's downloading right now. Using Google Earth. What's the difference? Do you need the full version and then add the upgrade right now? Yeah, that's all right. But at least I had something that I could go to and actually can be more organized than just going by airport looking to see if there's jobs and seeing if there's a plane available. That's when it kills me, is when I find either a set of jobs that I want to do, but the planes are locked or are all gone or something like that. Then I got to go find another place, and then I find a place that has a plane I want, but no jobs that go somewhere, and it's sometimes frustrating. Okay. All right, cool. I wanna download this, but if my frames start dropping too much on my stream, I might hold off on it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on that. No, I almost have it all by now. All right. Well, thank you very much, Bagbones. That was very nice. Okay, so looking, we're 77 miles away. We have our arrival ATIS set. Waiting for that. Okay. Let's do a flight check again. ITT looks good. Torque looks good. Prop is normal. Turbine's good. Fuel flow. Pressure and temperature good. And fuel looks good. Definitely using a lot less fuel on this one than we did on the first one. Going into the wind. Now we're using the wind. Okay. So, Vagabonds, did you mean you made 70K for yourself or 70K for a group, or are you flying for yourself? That's a good chunk of change right there. All right. About 67 miles away. Let's double check our VNav. We're 5 minutes away. I'm gonna set my timer now. 5 minutes for descent. We're in altitude hold mode. We're gonna switch this to 17. Waiting for ATIS to come in. For your own, or for your group, got a loan, 3.3 million. Wow, that's awesome. 16 FBOs in Papua New Guinea. Yeah, I can imagine. That's a big loan. Good deal, though. Okay, 900 feet per minute. Okay, so let's zoom in on our GPS a little bit more. We can see our approach. If we need it, we will use it. At this point in time, doesn't look like we will. Can go visual. I would fly this by the book IFR, but trying to save some money for the group that I'm flying for right now. Not to go too far out of the way. I like doing it for GA definitely because there's less hit on the FS economy. So, yeah, to get back to what you were talking about, so you're debating on the 1900 of the Dornier. Definitely haven't flown the Dornier 228. Trying to think if I've actually watched any streams or videos of people using the Dornier. I know it's prevalent. I'd definitely look into FS economy and see, especially in the particular area that you want to fly, which one is more prevalent to be around in FSE. I think that's another big one. Is there may be really good planes that we choose. Like, I got a lot of planes when I first got X-Plane that fit around the GA model, like the Cherokees and the Comanche and the Cessnas and all the small GA that would fit my flight school so that I could get more familiar with all the little things. So when I go for my PPL, I'll be all straight as far as familiarization is good, stuff like that. I mean, subtle differences and whatnot. I'm starting to branch off into bigger planes. So that I can get like they work well for FS economy, and I'm getting time to actually learn how to use turboprops and whatnot, useful ways. So, hey, Mott Crit, how you doing? Embraer 110 for the record. Sounds good. Okay, so we have LaGuardia information. Wind 330 at 11. Sky conditions 6,000 few. 3002, so we're already set on our ATIS. Arriving 04. Okay, so let's go back to our procedures. So ILS 04. See, I don't know why it's changing right now. I did not tell it to move, so I did not load the plan. So I don't know why it's moving. So let's update for ILS, or let's update for 04. So localizer runway, ILS runway 4. So what we're going to do is we'll just go to the fix. We're going to change this to 27. Okay. And we're going to go to, we're not even going to put our procedure in. We're just going to fly this the way we should. All right, so we're going to go our flight plan. And we're going to go, we're going to delete our approach first. Okay. Now we're going to go to green is the... We're going to go green. That's funny. GR. RENE. Okay, so we're going to go direct to green. Accept. I kind of don't know why it's turning left right now. I might have selected the wrong green. Now I'm really blowing. Let's go back to LaGuardia. My nav data, it might be because my nav data might be out, so we might have to visualize it. Okay. Yeah, 1900s are more common. I thought you were looking for something to fly with FC. I'd pick the 110 over the 228. The 1900 is a rock star, though. You can get a 1900C for about 85K in the Alias. Yeah. With Carol, same packs. Let's see, you know what? There's one that I'm like debating and getting because it kind of fits my style, even though this one's really, really starting to fit my style. But I do want to, I'm interested and intrigued on getting the Twin Otter, the Dash 6. Looks like it's a fun plane to fly. Stole base aircraft, low and slow. Okay, so let's range this back in a little bit more. I'm going to try my flight plan once again and see if I might have selected the wrong green. Green, U.S. Northeast. Let's see, I wish I could load this and then see where it would put me. Let's go on. Let's reset that. And looks like we're... Wait until I get back on my... Looks like we're on our vector. Dreamfoil Embraer 110. Let's go sync our heading bug. Let's go into heading mode just so that it doesn't affect anything. We're going to hit enter on that. Accept, enter there. See, the course, I think, is backwards right now. See my flight plan right now. Let's go flight plan and direct to. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go nav direct to green. We need to set our localizer to 110.5. So let's do that. Okay, so we got that set. Let's switch that up. And I think we definitely need to be descending right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check our... We need 27. And we can go 1 mile 1 mile before green. So we definitely need to be descending anyway. Okay. So we're gonna pull the power. We got that. And let's go altitude select with let's go down by 1,000. I don't want to go too fast, but okay. Let's turn. All right, so we got our latest ATIS. We're good with that. All right, so we're going to probably have to vector ourselves off just a little bit, which will make it easier to get in where we need to get in anyway. We'll have our localizer set. IURD. Oh, how? Okay, so looking at, there's a thing, XP10 turbines and XP11 are broken. I'm at the point now where I only pay for XP11 models because the hassles aren't worth it. I'm kind of with Bagabones right now. I kind of avoid even like the Carinados that are not X-Plane 11. There's definitely some subtle things, especially with you know, DGs being offset and having to reset them to north a lot. Just got a little bit of a cloud layer in there. So good thing we're setting ourselves up for approach, because we did go through cloud layer, but the cloud layer I think is at 6,000, goes away. We're going to reset the heading bug, and I do think we're going to hit a heading off. Okay, so we're going to turn our landing lights on. Fasten seatbelt sign is back on. I do want to check something real quick. So our wind 330, a little bit of crosswind. looking at about a 10, 20 degree crosswind at 13 knots, so should be an interesting approach. You know, you guys were talking about that. Another thing, an aspect of too, is that I feel like devs and airplane designers, unless they're getting into the game right off the bat right now, they're still waiting for, I guess, a laminar to have the setup that they're looking to finalize at. If you get that a little bit, I seriously think that that's probably where. Mock Crit, thank you for following. Thanks, man. I think it's I think like Coronado, either they want to be in the game or they don't want to be in the game as far as X-Plane, and you can see that they have updated planes to X-Plane 11. But the reality is, I think they're really trying to wait for Laminar to have their models set in place, or the wind and turbine stuff, so that they can figure out, are they going to have to use their own engine model, or are they not going to have to use their engine model. I know some devs have figured out, are they going to do it or are they not going to do it, as far as right now, did they go with their own model or not? So we're going to go on heading mode. We're going to come off of vector a little bit. Actually, you know what? I don't even think we need to, because we're almost at, well, we're going to need a vector anyway, because it's too sharp of a turn. So we are getting close to 2.7. What we'll do is we'll come out here a little bit, vector around. Let's vector that a little bit more. Okay, I can see it in the CDI down there. Okay, so let's go off of we'll go heading mode, get our VLOC set up. Oh, you know what? We're getting way too slow. Yep. Forgot about that. Okay, landing lights are on. We need to dump pressure. Okay, pressure's dumped. Auto feather is armed. Alright, so we got a good vector now going. Alright, so now we need to set our course to 044. Okay, course is set. Okay, so let's where's our airspeed now? All right, let's go a little bit lower now. And let's do a little vector back the other way. I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the plane. We have our localizer and everything set, so we're all good with that. I did. Okay. I did autopilot off. Need to stay at 27. Coming up on the localizer. Good fly visual, but it's a nice little training aid to get. Here comes the localizer. Let's turn in. You can see the runway right there. Passing green. Okay, so first step of the leg, after passing green, we are cleared to 1,700 feet. Which means we can drop a little bit of power, and we'll put gear down. And we'll stay at 140. Props full. No flaps yet. Need to get down to 140. Okay, first notch flaps can come in. Trim it out. Really feeling that wind now. Okay. Coming in, we're looking good. 140. She's a bumpy ride coming in. Let's check gear. Gear's down. Do have it. Okay, fuel quantity. All right, we expected that. Good. Still a little high on the glide, but we're good. $500 feet. I'm gonna crab over it just a little bit more. It's really blowing me offline. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lost it. Almost. Not bad. Whoa. Ooh, that was a hairy one. I haven't had a landing like that in a while. That was, got the blood going right there. Hey, Sapper, how you doing, man? Yeah, just landed back at LaGuardia. Okay. Okay, taxi lights on, landing off. Flaps up. If I can figure out how to get back to a terminal here. Crazy. So we're going to park back at that GA terminal that we were at. See you around, Mackerel. Thanks for stopping by today. Yeah. Oh, Sapper, I did get your message about KBTM. I will work on that this week. That's my project this week. I will do that. I'm also looking at. I'm gonna probably do a custom scenery for VA57 as well, because there's really nothing out there at all in that area. So probably just do some kind of get that farmland, and that you can tell it's a horse owner. He's got a horse racetrack out there. So I'll just probably put something like that in there, and some good trees and some grass field, and should be good to go on VA57. And then I'll change those taxi lines on KBTM because they're a little goofy. It was going to take like a couple seconds. That's where sometimes it's hard because somebody put in a lot of work on, like if somebody was, I still haven't even updated the N57 because that got rejected from the gateway because there's one of the automated taxiways, or one of the taxi routes will clip, a wing will barely clip the an object, and they rejected it for that. So I have to update that. But that's how nitpicky they're getting now, which is good because that brings up the quality of the standard airports and whatnot. So fix the parking lot. What's wrong with the parking lot? Okay, let's go back into our spot we were in. Okay, parking brake on. Prop the feather. Okay, pitot heat's coming off. Avionics off. Shut down. Cut off power. Cut off fuel. Gens off, AC bus off, battery off, auto feather off. This thing does save state really, really well, so I want to make sure that I get everything back to where it was. Back to off, back to cabin temp. Off, and EFIS, turn it off. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here today. I'll take a look at it, Sapper. Let's finish this flight, by the way. We'll see how we did here. All right. Flight finished. Let's check our logs. Not a world-beating adventure today. I lost one of my packs from time today, so let's see that one. Earnings, that one's not bad. Got back that distance bonus. You got that back. VR Aviation did. So earnings for the flight 7,000, and then we did 3 on the last one, so about 10. So not bad. Not bad. Let's look at, VR Aviation made about 4. Took a hit there. Really, it wasn't as profitable as it could have been. I'm trying to find better routes with the 1900. I make a killing with the 208 because if you fully load it both ways and have a short flight, you can make some major money for both you and your organization, because the cost of rental is a lot lower and you're not burning as much fuel. Going a little bit slower, but the fuel cost is really, and especially in being LaGuardia, that the price for rental for that one was $950. That was way higher than it's a above average rental price, but eventually I seriously think the Caravan 208 is the best bang for the buck. I've done a lot of analysis on it. The cost of rental, even because it's slower than like a C90 or the other one, you can still make more money per mile with the 208. It's proving to be that way. So, anybody like Vagabonds, you guys, anybody you talk to, I'm telling you, there's analysis that backs up that the 208 works because the cost of rental is so much lower for how much money you can make for that flight. So, something to think about. But, well, take care. Thanks for everybody joining up and being here for this flight. Catch me tomorrow night. We'll do some more FS Economy. I'll do some flight planning tonight later on tonight, to try to figure out what we'll do tomorrow. Don't forget to set your clocks back, because we're going to lose an hour. Like I said, thanks for joining. You guys take care, and go ahead and I'll catch you later. Let's see if there's anybody else on right now that we'll go over and shoot to. I know there's a bunch of people flying just a little bit. If you guys like Pilot Edge, this is definitely probably where we're going to go here. Keith. Everybody take care. We will see you tomorrow, probably around 9 o'clock. So take care, man. Take care, everybody.
Okay. Yep, that's actually completely irrelevant, believe it or not. You'd legally have to fly it even if I had you aligned with a final approach course, because